You've heard me say it before, and I'll say it again. What if anime voice actors had a Marvel role? Hello, and welcome to the 7th episode of my What If Anime Marvel series. If you're new to this, it's basically a series where we suggest ideas of English anime voice actors voicing a Marvel character based on what kind of personalities they've played in their past, and I use audio footage with photos over it to give the idea of what they would sound like as a comic book character. You'll see what it's like as you watch this. Or if you want, you could check out my previous episodes. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Me and one of my longtime followers, Zekril1000, had the idea of our Bruce Elliott as Ben Parker, uncle of the Amazing Spider-Man. While he did not directly tell him the great responsibility line in the comic that started everything, Amazing Fantasy number 15, it did evolve in several reimaginings, such as Spider-Man the Animated Series, Brian Bendis' Ultimate Spider-Man, and the 2002 feature film. Although, that's not the only thing he's talked to Peter about. In the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show, episode 13, the web-slinger enters the dream dimension to confront the villain Nightmare. While there, Spider-Man challenges manifestations of his fears and insecurities. One of them is Nightmare showing him Uncle Ben to remind him of the thief he didn't stop, resulting in shooting him. However, the interaction turns into a heartwarming reunion, and they were happy to see each other. Spidey also tells Nightmare that he turned his mistake into a learning experience and used it to dedicate himself to helping people. We later even see a flashback of Uncle Ben comforting Peter and assure him that nightmares aren't real. In essence, there's all kinds of words of wisdom Uncle Ben could guide Peter through other than with great power comes great responsibility. The characters Bruce could reference are Roseanne Shiniyama from Death Mount Deathplay and Master Makarov Dreyer from Fairy Tail. Roseanne has shown a relaxed and affable nature, giving him a grandfather-like figure, and was the current head of the Shiniyama group in the series, while Makarov is a father as well as mentor to the Fairy Tail Guild and offers words of wisdom to his guildmates. With both personalities combined, he would have potential to voice Uncle Ben.
Ah, yes, it was the corpse god, wasn't it? Before you can return Polka to normal, you'll be needing another body to take possession of. What if I told you it was within my power to make one of these available to you? But the whole point of this is to get you back in your own body. So, he seems, I wouldn't say well. Anyway, at least he's not suffering. Besides, if someone is still out there trying to kill Polka, let's just say he'll be a lot safer under the current arrangement.
You mean?
Don't misunderstand me. This young lady isn't completely off the hook yet. However, she did save 2 of my grandchildren.
Huh?
Lucy, though we may not be able to share our feelings of happiness and sadness entirely, we do share them to some extent. That's what happens in a guild. One person's happiness becomes everyone's happiness. One person's anger becomes everyone's anger. And one person's tears become everyone's tears. There's no reason for you to feel guilty, so don't cry. You should already know how much everyone here cares about you.
As a bonus, I also thought he might work for Charles Xavier, leader of the X-Men, as Elliott has played a character with a British accent, which is Tonica from Black Butler.
This manor was specifically built to be an exact replica of the previous one. It is identical in every single detail, from the window panes to the stairways and even the cracks in the pillars.
Identical?
The original Phantom Hive Manor burned down 3 years ago. The entire estate was engulfed in flames. It was a great tragedy.
Oh, I see. Forgive me for asking, but Master Ciel's parents, did they?
Yes. Sadly, they both perished in the fire.
Anyway, going back to Uncle Ben, the only thing I would probably want is Bruce to just use his regular voice, making it less gruff, so that he'd sound like he's in his 40s or 50s. Caitlin Glass is famous for playing Winry from Full Metal Alchemist, Mina Ashida from My Hero Academia, Evergreen from Fairy Tail, and Haruhi Fujioka from Ouran High School Host Club. What if she voiced Wanda Maximoff, alias the Scarlet Witch, from the Brotherhood of Mutants and the Avengers? She's a complex character, starting as a reluctant villain after being abducted by Magneto and was briefly an enemy of the X-Men. After a while, he was eventually taken to prison, and Wanda, along with her brother, left the group to seek a new path. Regardless, they were always uncomfortable with how ruthless Magneto was. Those mentioned characters and other ones Caitlin has voiced have a variety of emotions, from strong heroines to vulnerabilities to emotional sincerities, all kinds of qualities.
Huh. You're regaining consciousness. I guess the dose was too small. I'm sorry, Father. You won't be able to meet Professor Barry. Ever.
What do you mean?
This island belongs to us now. And we have one rule: no grown-ups allowed. On that day 8 years ago, I was sick and couldn't go anywhere, so instead Licorice went to the human world in my place. When she got home, she couldn't wait to tell me the story of what happened to her, and about the boy she met. Even though she only spent a few hours with him, she treasured every second. That boy turned out to be her one and only true love.
All right then, fine. I guess there's nothing to lose. What are you trying to do? Jennifer, stop it! Shut up and listen to me! I don't have any choice. If I try to regenerate within the normal limits, I'm going to die!
You have nothing to fear, common citizens. I've exterminated the ghastly beast for you. It won't threaten your city anymore.
In one of my previous videos, I nominated Blake Shepard as an option for Harry Osborn, with the characters of Luke Answorth from Sacred Blacksmith and Ryunosuke Akasaka from The Pet Girl of Sakurasu as references for him due to their somewhat cold natures. Only this time I thought maybe he could voice Pietro Maximoff, aka Quicksilver, the twin brother of Scarlet Witch. Between the two mentioned characters, Yuzuru Otanashi from Angel Beats, Akido/Agido Wanijima from Air Gear, other characters, and speaking a little bit faster in some battle worlds, Shepard could bring a unique energy and emphasize Pietro's wit, impatience, and arrogance.
Why do I have to do this?
Because fortune telling is in! What is that? It's quite conspicuous, and it really bothers me. I don't think so. I was faster.
Then challenge me, Takashima!
I don't mind. A jigsaw puzzle? That sandwich is mine. How can you sound so cold? This is your sister! This was our sister! Hey, ain't using tactics like that to threaten us and pressure us to act kind of rude? This is messed up! We can't let him lock us up in solitary confinement! That's right, I had this. Here, Cecily, it's for you. Our fate is in your hands now. This body's pretty nimble. That was close! You almost killed me! And I'm not a house pet either! I was a human! I was a human, I tell you! And, where is my room?
Oh! In the reservation, only one room was requested?
Just one?
J. Michael Tatam is famous for playing Sebastian Michaelis from Black Butler, Renardo Okabe from Steins Gate, Tenya Ida from My Hero Academia, and Erwin Smith from Attack on Titan. Because of his deep voice, even though he changes the pitch sometimes, depending on the character, I feel like he could voice Hank McCoy, aka Beast, the brains of the X-Men. Scientific genius, kind, gentle, and a fair sense of morality. He also has a desire to be judged by his intellect instead of appearance. Now, J. Michael Tatam has played countless charismatic and intelligent characters, with the first 4 mentioned seconds ago, and I would like to include Scar from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Though he's more of a villain turned to an anti-hero, from what I've seen, Scar has a high strategic mind and level of knowledge of alchemy, and alchemy in general is depicted as a hybrid of science and magic in the fantasy genre.
I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Dalton. I'm the captain of the island security squad.
Please forgive our less than friendly welcome. Excuse me, but may I ask you a question? It's just that you look familiar to me for some reason.
I was handed a report just before you arrived. It said they'd been found dead in their cell.
What?
Apparently there was a dispute and they killed one another. If you doubt this to be the truth, I'm sure we can arrange for you to examine the bodies.
I feel it is for the best if the two of them leave, seeing as how they do not share our ideals.
Just let them leave?
I'm going after them. They can't have gone very far by this point.
Something's interfering with my communication with Wally and Miliana. I can't even tell where they are now. I won't make excuses for my actions.
I didn't think you could hear me.
Any wizard who is incapable of surviving that would never have had a prayer against Jalal. I never doubted that Natsu could handle the attack. I was confident he would survive.
Oh yeah? Well, what about me?
None of you can comprehend the full extent of Natsu's ability.
Aaron Dismuke started his voice acting journey at a young age as the voice of Alphonse Elric in Full Metal Alchemist. As he grew older, he received more teenage boy roles and young adult male roles, including Senku Ishigami from Dr. Stone, Tamaki Amajiki from My Hero Academia, Hibiki Lates from Fairy Tail, and Miyuki Shirogane from Kaguya-sama Love is War. Based on a couple AI overviews, I've gotten about 3 different results, and they were a young Tony Stark, young Hank Pym, and Spider-Man. The most notable character being Ishigami, as mentioned before. This is because of his knowledge and intellect with science, and he uses it to recreate lost technology and rebuild society from the Stone Age. In the case with the 3 Marvel characters mentioned, Tony Stark built his iconic Iron Man suit he would wear, as did Hank Pym with the Ant-Man suit, and Peter Parker invented artificial web shooters that he would attach his wrists to. As Stark, Aaron's performance as William James Moriarty from Moriarty the Patriot could also convey charisma in his early days as a billionaire. For Parker, because he's awkward at times, I'd say he would have to base it a little bit on Tamaki, only pitch his voice into a lighter tone. On top of that, his characters have various moments of flirting with women, something that Peter and Tony have done in the comics.
What makes you so sure I'm a mathematician? Come and catch me if you can, Mr. Holmes.
I can't leave the lab right now, but I promise to cheer you on so vociferously, my vocal cords will snap. I think the Stone World's kind of a special situation. There's absolutely nobody around to give a damn if your butt's showing. A man who praises another to his face is either flirting or scheming.
So if I'm the sun, you must be something even more amazing than that. Let's see. Ooh, I know.
Yes. I've got a life that can swallow even the suns. That's why I'm Sun Eater. Over the last 2 years at UA, I've trained hard to master my quirk.
Jeez, Princess. You need a full-time nanny to keep an eye on you.
What? Don't be rude. I was doing perfectly fine climbing up by myself.
So I should let go then?
Well, since you're here.
So, what was the point of risking your life?
Well, it's just... The only place I noticed that these flowers were blooming was down in that graveyard, and I thought it'd be easier to climb up the slope than take the long way.
You're pretty ballsy for such a pampered princess.
Although I do get a little sick of looking at his stupid face. I think 3,700 years may have been enough of a break.
Last but not least for this video, Sarah Wiedenheft. Her most characters include Power from Chainsaw Man, Toru from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and Gran Zeno in Dragon Ball Super. She really stands out as young, energetic, and enthusiastic characters, so I have 4 optional characters she could voice. The first is Squirrel Girl. While I nominated Tabitha Ray as the character in the first episode, Wiedenheft could be another option for her with her positive personality and ability to talk to squirrels. Second, the Kamala Khan incarnation of Miss Marvel. As much as I suggested the role to Lucy Christian, Sarah's liveliness could capture her determination and superhero fangirl well just as much. Third, Kitty Pryde, aka Shadowcat, from the X-Men. Her abilities are intangibility, walking on air, phasing extension, and chronoskimming. Even in challenging situations, she always stays upbeat and optimistic. That, plus her intelligence, wit, occasional sarcasm, and growing maturity, that could potentially fit well for Wiedenheft, especially with her knack for 0 to 100 kind of characters. Finally, Jubilation Lee, aka Jubilee, another X-Men member. Able to generate, as well as manipulate energy plasmoids and lumikinetic explosive light blasts. But her personality contrasts her powers, being spunky, energetic, witty, and mischievous.
I've been wanting to see what Miss Kobayashi is like at work since I first found out she had a job! One of my 48 maid skills, perception blocking. Now I can walk around without anyone noticing. I never thought I'd actually meet someone like you in person! Your appetite is real, it's raw, it's powerful, and you use that power for good! You're a true hero! Do you hear me?
I sure do. Can't say I really get it, but believe me, I hear ya.
No matter how hard you work out, you still eat whatever you want, and you don't let it get you down! Food is the most important element when you're trying to build muscle, and many girls shy away from it. But not you! You're so full of unharnessed potential! If you could teach me to master the art of bodybuilding the way that you have, I know we can become the strongest and bulkiest female duo ever! Oh, chest machine. I'm sorry I said those awful things about you.
It's a machine. You didn't hurt its feelings.
Oh my god, rude! We haven't even told you our names yet. My name is Shira L. Greenwood. I would love to become an adventurer someday because reasons. Can't let Shoji nab my pals, so what should I do? I definitely wouldn't be able to fight him and protect my teammates. At this rate, I'll be caught before I make it to the chair.
Give him back!
That's it! I'll go higher than he can reach and wait this sucker out. Sorry, Tentacle! I won't be the reason we have to go crawling back home. Even if we don't win, we technically won't lose.
Personally, I feel like giving Sarah the role of Shadowcat. For her voice, I think she should use her normal voice, like when she used it for Phosphophilite from Land of the Lustrous, Akemi Saruian from How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift, and Kozakura from Other Side Picnic, without pitching her voice up too much. Well, that should be it for this video. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this. I have one question before I go, though. What ideas do you have that I could talk about for a future video? If anything comes to mind, feel free to post it in the comments. You never know when you might get mentioned too. Again, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you later in another video.